Hi YouTube guys, how are you doing? I apologise for my delay in my update. I'm now doing my 31 week and I'm 3 days pregnant now, and quite a lot has happened since the last time I spoke to you guys, so hence the delay. Been doing a lot of organisation at home, a huge spring clean which involved 2 skips, so that was massive, and it was great. It was a great achievement to have done that. And now we've lots of room for moving furniture and getting ready for the baby. So I'm excited about that. Um, the other big kind of things that have happened, my brother was visiting from London, and he's just left to go to Canada. So it was nice to spend some time with him before he left. And pregnancy wise, doing quite well. I did have a little bit of a scare, sort of a bit of a scare, more of a misunderstanding of what was happening. About 2 weeks ago, before my 30-week checkup, I had really bad period pains in the morning, and they just continued. They were just constant period pains, and I felt like it wasn't normal, and it didn't feel like Braxton Hicks. They weren't going away. It just was constant. So we rang the VHI helpline, nurse line, and she advised I go straight into hospital. And I was expecting her to tell me, oh, that's all normal, get over it, it's all part of being pregnant. And then when she said, no, you should go straight to hospital, I just burst into tears because I completely unexpected her to tell me, or didn't expect her to tell me that. And then my partner had to talk to her on the phone because I couldn't really talk to her anymore. And then we called my midwife, my midwives, the community midwife scheme. They have a lot, you can call them in the hospital. And she was very calming and pretty much said, sure, you probably have nothing wrong with you, but you might as well come in and have a check anyway, and just to be sure. So that was nice, to be a bit more calm, a bit more laid back than the VHI midwife was. So we went into hospital, everything's fine, did a trace on the baby for 20 minutes, just listened to her heartbeat, and I clicked a little button that recorded every time I felt movement. They tested my urine. The urine was fine. They did an ultrasound to check the amniotic fluid around the baby, because I said I'd been leaking a little bit and I wasn't sure if it was amniotic fluid or the other kind of leak you can have. So I thought it was a good idea to kind of mention it. So everything's fine. She also did a cervix check. She looked at my cervix, and that wasn't very comfortable, but everything's perfect, normal. And after 3 hours I was sent home, so it was very quick. I thought it would be a little bit longer, more painful experience, a lot more waiting and queuing, but it was good, it was fine. So since then I've experienced the same kind of feelings, very strong period pains, which are relieved by massage. And I'm just assuming these are proper Braxton Hicks now, and I kind of have a concept now of what I might have to go through. So that's a little bit kind of, I mean, it's good to know what it might be like. Obviously it's going to be a lot stronger and more painful, but other news, I went on my 30-week checkup very soon after that. Measured 31 centimeters, so measured a week past my dates, but I already feel like I'm going to go early anyway. And while my GP was examining me, she asked me what my shoe size was, and I'm size 3, and it's like weeny tiny. I can't remember what it is in America measurements. But it's quite small, and she said, oh, usually your foot size will indicate your pelvis size or your pelvis width or something. So she said I might be at a higher chance of having a cesarean because of that. So I don't know if anyone has heard of that before, where you are, but I did a bit of research on it, and some people say, well, the head squishes when it's going through the birth canal, and your pelvis widens, so um, that can be compensated for, and the baby comes out anyway. And other people, I think Germany and France, they do this ultrasound where they measure your pelvis and the size of the head, and then make calculations to work out the average widening of the pelvis and the average squishing of the head, and they work out whether you can deliver naturally or not. And if the answer is no, they schedule a C-section straight away, and if the answer is yes, then they do a trial by labour. So that's pretty much what they do in Ireland, is a trial by labour. They don't even consider scheduling for a cesarean if they have no real good reason to. So I'm a bit was anti-cesarean initially. I felt like people had cesareans very easily, or very, doctors were very trigger happy almost when it came to cesareans. So I always kind of felt, no, I really want to try to do it naturally. But then I'm so little, I'm only 4'9", and my partner is average. I think he's about 5'3" or 5'4", I don't really remember, 5'4", but he's got an unusually large head, and apparently the baby at 20 weeks was measuring with an above average head size. So all those things into consideration, I don't really feel like pushing for hours and hours and hours to then be told, no, you have to have a cesarean, and then at the end, when I have a cesarean, she comes out, they go, well, you never would have been able to get her out. So I don't know, I'm really thinking about cesarean now, and reading up on it more, and a little bit scared of the whole idea of pushing and pushing and pushing for absolutely no reason. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to talk to my midwives about it, but apparently midwives here are very anti cesarean, very pro natural everything, anti pain relief and the whole lot, which is fine, and I was very much in agreement with that. But we'll see. I'm starting to change my mind now, as it's starting to become more and more closer to the time. It's becoming more and more real, and I know now she's really definitely coming, and that's kind of what's on my mind at the moment. But again, like normal, I'm kind of being fairly relaxed about it, and researched, and I'm going to talk to my midwives about it. My 32-week appointment is coming up on Wednesday. It's now Sunday, so I might update again, we'll see, and I'll let you guys know. I'll show you the bump. She's been kicking, nice and active. I'm wearing black again. I seem to always wear black on these vlogs, but I do. I'm so much bigger, haven't I? Oh my god. Okay, there she is. My friend tells me I've dropped, but I haven't felt her engage yet, so I don't think I'm proper dropped yet. Managed to look after a 3-week-old baby there last week, and we gave the child back alive. So that was good practice. That was really enjoyable. So I think it's funny that my bump at the front matches my bump at the back. Anyway, there she is. Very wiggly. Alright. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.